This lesson, we're going to talk about PasteSpecial. We've already seen how cut, copy, and paste can really help us build up a worksheet, but we're going to see some other ways you can paste information into your worksheet. And it'll make more sense when we just start doing examples. So let's dive right in. The first thing we're going to do is paste values. Now, if we do it the traditional way, say we've got our math somewhere, and then somewhere else in our worksheet, we want to just show the total sales. So I can go here and I can do my copy, Control C. Then I can come down here to total sales and paste it, Control V. Well, what happened? It went to 0 and that shading went away. Two things happened here. One, we just pasted exactly what was in this. So we pasted in a formula, equals C11 times C12. So if I paste it down here, it's doing the same thing. It pasted the formula, C15 and C16. So that's why the result came out to be 0. And then also, it pasted all the formatting that goes with that. So it removed our formatting from here as well. Let's see how to fix that. I'm going to do Control Z to undo. And now let's try it again. Let's do a copy again. Control C. Now this time I'm going to do PasteSpecial. I'm going to show you several different ways to do it. But for starters, we're going to go to the ribbon. So off the home ribbon on the paste icon, there's an arrow down. If you click that, then you get many different options to PasteSpecial. And you'll learn these icons as we go, but let's go ahead and go right down to the PasteSpecial dialog box, because that'll be a little bit more useful. It'll show us all the ways we can PasteSpecial. We're gonna look at several of these, and several of these I'll let you guys experiment on your own, but I wanna show you the most valuable ones. So right now, we just wanna paste the value of that. We don't wanna paste the formula, we don't wanna paste the formatting, just what that formula evaluated to. So we'll click OK, and look at that. It pasted the exact value that was in C13. We got our 10,000, but it didn't paste the formatting. So I'd already formatted that cell to be like a currency, and it didn't paste the shading or the font size. So that's what PasteSpecial Values does. It lets you paste. It's really good when you're trying to put together that finished product of a report. But the downside is if you change anything up here, like if I change the quantity, my total is not linked back to what was in the original formula. So just keep that in mind. Okay, so that's one way to do PasteSpecial. Now let's come down here to this table. We've got a table and we formatted the first column how we like it. Now we want to do the rest of it, okay? Well, we could just go do it again, but what's better is we could PasteSpecial in just the formatting. So once I select this cell, I can right click it and I can copy it. And now I want to just paste the formatting over all of these. So if I highlight all of these and then right click, now I get my same paste options. Let's look at these icons this time. The first one is just a paste. The second one is values. The third one is formulas. Fourth one is transpose. And the fifth one is formatting. So just click that. And we've just pasted that formatting. Font name, font size, the color of the cell, the color of the font. And we could do the same thing with the rest of the table. I can copy these. And then I can go here. I can either come back up to the paste icon on the ribbon, or I can do my right click again. And I can go to PasteSpecial here and do PasteSpecial Formats. And it pasted all the formats. So it's kind of a quick way to do things. Let me show you one other that I think we did in another lesson, but let's just review it. So another thing we could do, let me clear the formatting here. I'll highlight all of this, and I'll go up to my clear button, clear the formats. Okay, so now what we can do is we can also use the format painter. And so if I click on this first cell that I want the formatting to go all the way across my table, and I right click, I can go right to the format painter, and then whatever I highlight will take that format as well. So let's do that again here, and go to format painter. Highlight all that. And the format painter lets you paste just the formatting as well. It's really a useful tool. Okay, so now let's talk about pasting just the formulas. Before we pasted the values, now we want to paste the formulas. If you look at our table, it's already formatted. We got everything formatted the way we want, but we don't have all the formulas in all the way through. We've got the history and math still need formulas. So what I could do the old way is just copy that and then paste it down. But look what happened. It pasted exactly what was here. So the formula is right, but it wiped out my blue background for the highlighting. So any formatting you have where you paste, it's going to overwrite that if you just do a straight paste. So here's an example where I can take that and I can right click and do my copy. And then I can right click, go to my paste special. And this time I'm just going to paste the formulas in and click OK. So that's where Excel just pastes the formulas in, but it leaves the formatting exactly how it was before. Now it looks like I didn't do such a great job of formatting these, but that's okay. We can fix that later. Okay, so the next paste special we're going to talk about is comments. And before I teach you how to paste special comments, I'm going to show you what a comment is. So if you ever see a cell that has this little red arrow in it, that means somebody's put a comment in. And what people do sometimes is put instructions for cells there. You see how I entered in here. Enter the number of products sold for this quarter. And then I've also done here, enter the price in dollars of one of the products. Let me go ahead and make some more entries in this table. I'm just going to copy this down. And then I'm going to update my products and my sales. Okay, so now I made a table that has a little bit more information in it. And what we want to do is we want to copy those comments instead of re-putting them both in. We want to copy those down to the other rows in my table. So let's just take this and I'll right click and do copy. And I'll highlight these and do my paste special. And this time I'm going to paste comments and notes. Click OK. And now you see every one of those cells has that same note in there that'll tell people what I want them to put in that cell. Do the same thing over here. And that's how we do comments. So the last thing we're going to talk about with PasteSpecial is probably the most important, and it's the transpose. And this is a really, really useful feature. So many times with Excel, you'll get data that's in like what I call a horizontal format. That means there's many columns and not many rows. And you might want to analyze it differently to have it all in rows and not columns. So I could sit here and type all that out again, but I don't think I want to do that. So what I can do is highlight everything that I want to change the order of. I'll do a copy, Control C, and I'll just click a cell down here where I want to put it and right click. Go to my Paste Special dialog box. And here, I'm going to click this checkbox that says Transpose. And then I'm going to click OK and watch what happens. So Excel basically flipped this information from being horizontally oriented to vertically oriented. And there's times where both are necessary. So it's a really useful tool to quickly change the orientation of your data. Now look at this, you can do the other way too. So now I have data that's in a vertical format and I want it horizontally. So I can copy it and then I can click a cell and I can do my paste special and I can transpose, and Excel turned it back into that horizontal orientation. And that's about it for this lesson.